another frosty, cold morning. Oh, but haven't the last 2 days of blue skies and sunshine made all the difference? My energy levels have been right up there again. I've wanted to ride, which has been grand. I am going to try and muck out. We know that I can't multitask, and that any time I try to talk and muck out, I just end up standing right by my phone. But it would be helpful if I did do both. How are you all? Happy New Year. As I say, the blue skies and sunshine on the last 2 days, I've actually been out hacking and having a nice time again. Been getting the horses out, making sure they've had a decent ride. So it's been good. I felt so much better for it. Just the sun is incredible, isn't it? It's like got magic powers. I stayed up far too late last night because I went down a rather large rabbit hole about Sienna. Do you ever do that with your horse? Oh my goodness, it's just like brain overload. Like, it's overwhelming, like taking on so much information. I was doing that thing where first I was like, should I be trying other stuff, like a titanium mask on her or an Equestrian saddle pad, all things that are stupidly expensive. And then, you know, different therapies. You know, should she be going to a water treadmill? Should she be having acupuncture in her back? Then I looked up or came across a vet in Australia who was like a spinal vet who was super knowledgeable on kissing spine and sacroiliac issues. And his information was amazing, really good. Honestly, it sounds like the hunt is out. I can't figure out, the hunt can't be out. It's too early. The hunt are definitely not out, but it honestly sounds like the hounds. I mean, both my horses are stood out there like, oh my God, it is pretty, like, what the hell? Well, either somebody has about 20 dogs. It's bizarre. Definitely sounds like the hunt though. But it can't be, it's like, it's not possible. It's too early for them. Now I've forgotten where I was going. Anyway, literally 12:30 last night, I'm still awake, down this rabbit hole about Sienna. Looking at all these different things that perhaps I should be doing. I'd really like a nice physio in my area. I had to say, so far, all the ones that my clients use I don't particularly rate. And I'm not a massive fan of these people that come in for 10 minutes and finish and then give you a bill of 80 quid. I've seen lots of them too, and I'm not a massive fan of them either. I've got a good chiropractor, but she's a really long way away, and it's sort of once in a while, not, you know, every few weeks. But yeah, I'm so committed to getting this sorted this year and getting Sienna fixed if possible. Because I really, really, really want to get back to schooling and jumping and just having some fun with my horses. But yeah, we've obviously got a long way to go and lots of things to fix. So the other thing that was also quite interesting is last night was giving her a hug, as you do. And I kind of like wobbled Sienna's neck like that. Not ferociously or anything, but yeah, just gave her a little wobble, and she really didn't like that. She kind of nearly like went to look as if she was going to go for me, and I was like, oh, sorry. And anyway, poor girl, I thought, I'll just test that again, and gave it a little wobble, and she was like, don't do that. And in the past, we've noticed that she can be quite sensitive, and I don't know the muscles and stuff along the neck, but that kind of one that you can get your fingers around like that, and you can runs down the neck. She's quite sensitive to that as well. And again, it could just be because of her posture. She hasn't got the best posture. And maybe the way she holds herself, maybe she gives herself a bit of a sore neck. I don't know. This has happened in summer and winter, so it's not for her standing in more or anything like that. But again, you go down that sort of rabbit run as such to looking like, could there be issues in her neck for her? And oh my God, because there's just too much information. I'm like, I can't go. But yeah, so that's what I spent my time doing last night. Anyway, I'm going to put in some clips from the last few days that I've been filming, mainly me looking really stupid in this hat and hacking out in the blue skies and sunshine, hopefully this afternoon. And I am quite hopeful because it's going to rain tomorrow and it's going to be super mild, so it'll only be here for a few hours. It might snow, it might not, but it might. And I'd quite like it to snow. Ideally, earlier in the afternoon so I could take some photos. That would be perfect, because currently it's looking like it's going to start snowing at 5 o'clock. That's going to be no good to me when it comes to taking photos. No good at all. So keep your fingers crossed. I'd like the snow to come around 2 or 3. That would be ideal. We are out on a ride. Look how glorious it is. See, when the weather's like this and not too cold, when I get back from walk, I'm all up for going for a ride. It's just gone 3 o'clock, so as long as we're back by 4, we should be okay. so many layers on this morning. I feel like I can't move. I'm just like... It is cold. It's cold, but there's no wind. It's like minus... I think it said it feels like -4, which isn't too bad, really. I am a little bit behind this morning. I don't know what day of the week we're on. It is Friday, but it doesn't feel like a Friday. But I don't know what day I feel like it is. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I need to crack on and get mine mucked out and leave for work. Got my heated Sheila on today. We're going to test it out while I'm out hacking. Because I think when I'm just sat there, I will get a little bit cold. It looks... You can't really see, but it looks like it's going to be an epic sunrise. So yeah, let's crack on. This is a look. I've been working on the yard today. This hat just sort of pops off my head. Oh, I'm really quite hot now. Let's say I've got too many layers on. Anyway, it's nice to muck out on days like this. In fact, I'd rather that than ride, because you know you're going to be warm enough, and I'm definitely warm enough. Anyway, off to go and cycle a bike, ride a bike. Oh God, your nose just runs like a tap, doesn't it, in this weather? It's really annoying. It's really annoying. Also, I got to work today and the wheelbarrow had been left full overnight, so it's like frozen itself. And I was thinking, and the muck heap is in a trailer, and that was nearly chocker. And you know, when you're just like, it's such an effort getting, you know, big loads of muck up the ramp, and when there's like no room to really empty it, it's hard work. So I was like, oh, that's annoying, and none of the taps work. That's no one's fault, but you know, it just makes life more difficult, doesn't it? What else really bugged me this morning? It was quite a few things. It's quite a few things. But at the end of it, someone left me a thank you card, and it was really nice. And I was like, all's forgiven, all's forgiven. Yeah, so that's very sweet. Afternoon, guys. Just hand grazing Sienna. In the week, there's only time for either riding or hand grazing, not both. So on the weekend, I do try and make an effort to let them have a bit of a hand graze. I haven't ridden. It's because there's no sun. There's no blue skies. When it's like this, I don't want to ride. It definitely doesn't tempt me out. So yeah, so we're going to do a extra long hand grazing session. I'll have a roll in the arena and so on. But it is chilly. I've got my heated gilet on. It takes a little while to warm up, but see, I should have the little lights on there. Oh, have I got the little lights on? Yes, they are on. The little lights are on there, so I've got it on a medium heat. I feel it mostly up my back, which is lovely. I don't feel it so much on the front. I don't know if it's because I've got so many layers on. I can't zip my coat back up. Yeah, but it is nice, and I had it on yesterday when I was hacking, and it just gives you that bit of warmth. So yeah, very happy with that Christmas present. But yeah, very grey, miserable day, really. To me, that doesn't look like snow. Supposedly around 5 o'clock, it's meant to start snowing. And I don't think currently it looks like it wants to snow. So we will see what it does. We might just end up with rain down south. So yeah, and I did actually do one of my, starting to work towards one of my New Year's resolutions, which was to go and see a friend today, because I said that I'm really bad at meeting up with friends and making the effort. So I'm going to say that's the reason I didn't ride. I went and saw a friend instead. I just noticed, oh God, Sienna, look at her tail. I don't even know what she's rubbing that on in the stable, but it's like a bog brush. Not impressed, madam. Anyway, Sienna is pretty sparky at the moment. She's had those sort of first couple of weeks in. She was really quiet, really chilled on the end of the lunge, and I was like, oh, this is good. Like, she's grown up. I was thinking, finally. And hang on, the phone's slipping out my hand. And I thought, oh yeah, this is good. And then we sort of hit week 3, and suddenly she was like, oh, wild child is back. And I was like, oh, okay. More galloping around the school. She's always a real sweetie to hand graze and stuff like that, but really feel the need to get more hacking into her. And like I said earlier, spent lots of time trying to research things that I need to be working on with her again. We sort of had a break from kind of all this trying to improve her core strength and the top line and all that jazz, but we need to kind of crack back on with that again, so that when we get closer to the spring, I'll get her SIs medicated and see if we can improve her. And like I say, if that doesn't work, then we're going to have to go a bit more down the road of perhaps taking her to a big veterinary hospital to have her looked at, because we've got to sort her out this year. We've got to sort her out. I was reading lots on posture today, and it really, like with her, I thought actually she's got shocking posture. She doesn't stand particularly well. She is a little bit dipped in the back. The way she always holds her neck quite high. In fact, everything they said about signs of a bad posture, I was like, oh, Sienna ticks all these. So I'm going to do a bit more research on that to see what I can do to help her on that front. I feel quite alive with it all. Like, I'm ready to attack this again and see if we can sort her out, see if we can fix her. Well, it's sort of snowing. It's very much sleeting, but there's a little bit.
Got a little bit of the white stuff, but it definitely feels more like sleet right now. So it's a bit disappointing. It's very slippery. But you know, it's a little bit, isn't it? But we'd have a look at the snow before I go to bed. It's like 10:30 now. I'm also taking the cat out because the cat has not been out all day. One scary Sienna looking out the window there. You can really see her eyelashes, bless her. Hope you're warm in there. Okay, make sure a bit of entertainment here. Right, I'm going to bed, guys. It's cold.